Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. So, warm-ups, practice, and then Fair Lady Works Shuttles number 4. So, closing out the Fair Lady Works Shuttles section of our 4 corners. Feet shoulders width apart. Check in on your alignment. Lower back relaxed, knees nice and soft. So, let's just start with that gentle swing of the arms, bringing energy through the body. Remember, just let those hands tap wherever they might land, be that the belly or the lower back. Kind of just warming up the spine. Finding how the waist turning leads the arms swinging. Let's do a few more turns, corner to corner or side to side. And then we'll slowly ease off. So that means slowing down from the middle body until we make our way back to center. And then we're really going to work on those shoulders. So you can do them big, like shoulder rolls together. You could alternate one and then the other, or giant arm circles, really opening up through the chest area. Whatever feels good. Maybe it's a combination of all three. But just move in a way that feels good. So squeeze the shoulder blades together as you go back. If you're doing just shoulder rolls, include some elbows. Or think about opening through that chest area. So important for our practice. A lot comes from the shoulders. So the other direction, we want to think about pulling the shoulder blades apart. And this comes into our rounding of the back. And again, you can alternate, or you could do those big arm circles. Think about pulling apart as the arms go forward. So up to you. Especially with Fair Lady Works Shuttles, with those arms shuttling underneath, we want to make sure that we have that movement through the shoulders. Let's go back a couple of times. And then shake them out. Let them find that neutral position wherever that naturally hang for you. And then we got hips and then knees and ankles. So big circle all the way around. We're also going to add in one more today with the hip opening, just to give ourselves a little bit more flexibility for that stance. All right, let's go the other direction. All right, one more. Back to center, knees and ankles come together. And then circle. Small circles here. Just feeling that weight move in the feet. And then the other direction. And then release. Shake out the legs. If you want to grab onto something for balance, we're going to do a little bit of hip opening. So we'll lift and then open to the side. This is really going to help with that Fair Lady Works Shuttles opening of the legs and the stance. So just doing a few rounds. Think about lift as high as you can. Open out to the side. A few more. Super important for our hips. This is going to come into play as we get into snake creeps down as well. All right, other side. Find your balance, lift, and open. Now remember, locking out that leg is going to affect your balance. Picking a point to stare at will help. Remember to breathe. All right, a few more. Really open to that side direction. All right, last one. Okay, should be feeling nice and warmed up now, right? Ready to go. Okay, so we're going to start our practice. That means we're going to go from cross hands and we're going to go through to that third Fair Lady Works Shuttles. Now remember, you can always watch or you can do your best to follow along. Cross hands, we start with that right arm on the outside with a double ward off position. So I'm going to turn and face the other direction so that we can all move together. All right, feet shoulders width apart, sinking down. Take a deep breath. Connect to your footwork. Find the center of your feet. Let the shoulders and elbows hang down. One more deep breath. Relax everything a little bit more. All right, embrace tiger, return to the mountain. Shift to the right. Turn on your left heel, almost to straight. Separate the arms. 2 circles, looks like brush knee with a different meaning. Big clearing, and then we push. Less than corner. Roll back, bicycle that right arm up and connect out, and then turn. Touch left palm to right forearm for press. Expanding out. Flatten both arms. Come back over a ball, sit up the palms, and then push. Diagonal single whip. Flatten the arms, turn. Big circle. Press down. Relax the left foot, make a hook. Step to the corner direction and push. Parting the wild horse's mane. Shift and turn. Less than straight, more than corner. Relax, open up that hook, look over the shoulder to that bottom arm, and then big opening, number 1. Shift and turn. Close the arms, left arm's underneath. We look at the palm, turn. Left arm and leg in line. Rotate the arms. Close and step. Turn. Okay, grasping the bird's tail. Ward off left. Shift back. Turn on your right heel to the corner. Right arm stays on top. Left arm bends underneath. Close step. Pressing up and down. Ward off right. Shift right. Turn on the left heel. Rotate both arms. Bend that right arm underneath as you step. Up and down, go together. Roll back, rotate both arms to the corner, and then shift your weight back and turn from your waist. Press left palm to right forearm, expanding out. Flatten both arms. Come back over the ball for push. And then going to shoulder height. Flatten both arms, single whip. Turn from the waist first, big turn on the right heel. Press down, fingertips point together. Make a hook to the corner. Standing ward off as you step, and then push. Shift back. Fair lady, turn. Everything comes to meet that hook. Relax the hook, left hand to the ribs. Step to straight, left arm comes underneath, ward off up, and then push. Okay, 2 more. Press down as you shift back. Big turning, look away from your screen. Turn both palms to the sky as you relax the right foot. Pick up, step behind you, ward off up with the right arm and push with the left palm. Press down as you shift back. Last one. Step to straight, shuttle through, left arm and leg go out together, and then right palm push. Fair Lady Works Shuttles. Okay, you made it. Okay, remember those 4 corners, how they decided we were going to go from here all the way around is beyond me. But that's what we're doing. We're learning new footwork techniques to gain ability to change, also known as agility, all right? So really helping our balance here. Okay, so the last corner is actually gonna repeat that second one. The great thing, Now you get to see the whole time because you're going to turn towards your screens. Okay, so watch for a moment. I'm just going to demo, then we're going to break it down like always: footwork, waist, and arms. So we start at number 3, okay? We're going to turn all the way to this corner, the long way, okay? From here, press down. Big turn. We bring both palms to the sky, pick up, step, ward off, and then push. Okay? So it's exactly the same. Now I see my feet went off the screen for a second, so let me do it one more time, okay? Just so you can see. Sit back, turn, both palms to the sky, step, and then Fair Lady, okay? So the hardest part is the footwork, and we have an alternate footwork that we can do, but let's first talk about footwork and waist together, because remember, if you're trying to step out any direction and you're trying to keep your waist not in line with your footwork, it's going to make it much more difficult to pick up this foot. So remember, keeping our waist in line with where the weight is going to help a lot, okay? So let's start to the third corner. So we're starting to that back corner with a standard bow stance. So check if you turn on your right heel so that your both feet are parallel or going the same direction. Do you have 2 lines between your feet? Perfect. Okay. Now, first thing we do, we shift back our weight and we're going to turn our waist. Why? That weight should be in your right leg now. Okay. So we're turning. From here, if we hold the arms up, you're going to see whole body turns to straight. Okay, now our feet are perpendicular to each other. The weight's all in the right leg, and we're going to shift our weight back and relax our right foot on the ball. So both of your feet should be going to the straight direction now. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up, and we're going to step behind us. We touch with the heel, and we're going to turn and open a little bit. What do you notice here? The weight's still all in the left leg. It's not until this point that we start shifting and turning. Okay? So this is really important. All right, I'm going to push the camera back a little bit. Get a little bit more of my table there, okay? All right, so the big key takeaways, if you're trying to do the traditional method, when you do this method, we have to be really aware of where our weight is. So when we start to the corner, remember our torso is to straight, okay? So we start straight, we shift, and we turn. We're gonna keep turning. Now, where's your weight? It should still be in the right leg. Check the knee alignment on the right leg. Is the foot still receiving the weight in the center? Also known as the bubbling well. Now, relax that right foot on the ball as you shift the weight to your left leg. Should be pretty empty with that right foot. Pick up. You actually lean a little bit forward as you touch with the heel. Turn and open. And then move all the way. Okay, now here's the big thing. If you drop your arms and you turn on your left heel, do you still have 2 lines between the feet? That's the hard part, okay? So this is when we step back, we have to be very aware that when we step, we're basically stepping on one line for a second. Okay, do you see how my left foot disappears? Because I'm stepping on one line. Then we can turn. All that weight is in this left leg. And then we can move forward. Okay, now, learning these movements over camera, over video is much harder than learning in person because of seeing everything, okay? I'm gonna turn by one corner. Okay, I'm gonna go off position for a moment so you can see the footwork. So just watch, okay? Remember, we're always going from one corner and we're making a big turn to the corner that was next to us, right? So why we couldn't go from here to here? Well, the footwork, right? Okay, but I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do the same exact thing from a different direction, okay? Just so that you can see it, okay? So I'm gonna start here instead of here, okay? Watch the footwork. I'm going to this corner. You shift back and you turn. Watch the footwork. Look, you turn. See how the weight is where? This is why I'm showing you. It's here, yes, okay? Then, when we shift back, we relax. Where's the weight now? In the left leg. Notice the lean, not vertical, okay? We're leaning. This is important because as you pick up and you step back, look at the lean. Stays there. If you're trying to be vertical, it's going to be very difficult to make that footwork. Okay? That's what I wanted you to see there. Okay? It's very hard to see when we're going the other direction. Okay? So one more time, just watch. Okay? We start from the corner. Look at the lean. Shift back into the right leg. Keep that right leg full. Knees in line with the toe direction though. Then make sure that left leg is full and you're still leaning. Pick up, touch, open, turn. Okay? So let's practice normal direction, okay? Now that you can see really clearly where the weight is, let's do that, all right? So left foot forward, okay? Starting where? Torso is straight. Okay, shift back, weights in the right leg. Turn on your left heel. Relax that right foot. Where's your weight? Left leg. Pick up. Touch with the heel. Turn and open. And then turn all the way. Bow stance. Probably felt a lot better that time, right? Gets a lot easier. Once the weight is clear, or one of the 10 principles, separating empty and full. Once we separate empty and full in our footwork, and we can do that with our arms as well, but concentrating on our footwork, it really helps with our stability, okay? So let's do it again, and then we're gonna talk about the arms. So left foot forward, bow stance, arms up, making that waist clear. We shift back and we turn our waist. Now, everything's gonna turn. Weight stays in the right leg. Waist stays kind of neutral as we relax that foot. Pick up, touch, turn, and turn all the way as you pour that weight and rotate on your left heel. Okay, feeling pretty good? All right, so the arms, okay? Remember, Fair Lady Works Shuttles, we have one palm pushing out and the other arm is overhead. And we want to make it really clear that we're on two planes, not one. So we have one palm protecting our head, reaching over, and then we have one palm striking out, okay? So the first thing that we do, we're going to press down with that upper arm, and the right fingers are going to point to the center of the left forearm. So when you end up, it should look like this. I'm going to drop down so you can see, okay? Remember, key points, right? 45 degrees or fingers point to the center of the forearm, okay? Right? So we're kind of getting used to these things. So the fingers point to the center of the forearm. So from here, we're going to press down with that top arm, and you're going to relax that right arm so the fingers then point to the center of the forearm. Beautiful. Now from here, I'm not going to do the turn. I'm just going to show you. You're going to turn and that right arm's going to come out. So what happens? You should look like this. Semicircle. Okay? Just, yes, relaxed. Okay? So let's do it. I'll do the turn just so that you can see a little bit now. We press down. As we turn our waist, look what happens with the arms. that nice semicircle, okay? So what's gonna happen next? I'm turning to make it a little bit easier. Both palms are gonna face the sky, okay? Then right arm's gonna come underneath. Perfect. Then ward off and drop that left arm, hand to the shoulder. Yes. Then we get the most power, pushing out and coming overhead. Yes. Now we're going to do this a few times, okay? So don't worry. So left palm's overhead, right palm's pushing out, okay? So first thing we do, it's actually if someone's coming towards you, you could press down and connect with center of the forearm, right? Good. So from here, then we do a big turn. And that's where we're going to be facing where? The other direction, okay? Now I want you to note from here, I'm turning so you can see. When we rotate both palms to the sky, watch that, right? The waist turning is going to lead it a little bit. What do we want to avoid? It's very clear from this side. Scoop. Okay, we don't want to bend like we do grasping the bird's tail. We don't want to do arm things like wrist movements, okay? We want to think, how can you rotate that whole arm? Okay, so this left arm is really easy, right? That left arm just turns to the sky, okay? The right arm, really try to make clear it's coming across and it's not doing this. It's not doing this or something, right? It's gonna be whole arms rotate, okay? Then from here, when we step out, we're gonna bring this arm underneath. So make sure nice and long, and then up and down. Then rotate both together. Yes, okay? So one more time, just the arms. We'll do a little walk around as we do it so we can kind of see where we're gonna be in space. And then we're gonna really break it down and combine it together. So right palm pushing, left palm overhead, okay? The first thing we do, turning our waist, we press down. See how the waist is now following, it would be following our foot direction. Okay, then when we do the turn, it's a big turn. Okay, then as we step back, we're gonna rotate and we're gonna come across. Then we're gonna go up and then back. Okay, so big things to note. Really make sure when we're here, we get this. Okay, this is really important because up and down, and then protect and strike, okay? So remember when we do this up and down, where do we end up? In front of the shoulder. Why? Straight lines, right? When we're deflecting, we're circling, right? Or we're throwing. This is actually a big throw, really fun. You would connect down and you would grab your opponent and you would turn your waist, whoom, and throw someone away, okay? But the second portion is like, you don't know what's coming from behind. What's happening over here? You don't know. You just sense something coming from behind. So you connect. But in that connection, what happens? You have to be set up and ready for your strike, right? So we can't be set up if our palm is down here. How are we going to get power, right? So we want to connect and we want to be ready right here so then we can drill straight through, okay? So super important. We're not here for martial arts maybe, but why does this matter? Alignment. There's a big difference from having your hand here versus having your wrist bent and your arms down here, right? So we want to make sure that we have that relaxed feeling, that little piece of fruit under our arm, and we can make the most of our palm strikes, okay? So let's put it together with the footwork. Let's go one step at a time. Remember, our goal with Tai Chi is to flow continuously without interruption. Another one of our 10 principles, right? So we're trying to flow, but traditional Yang style has these kind of checkpoints that we can literally check in on ourselves and see where we should be. So let's start to the corner. Nice bow stance, natural. Okay, right palms pushing, left palms overhead. Okay, first thing, shift back your weight and turn your waist, and now add the pressing down. So check, right fingers to the center of the left forearm, weights in the right leg, beautiful. Now, when we turn with our waist and on our left heel, bring that right arm across, big turn. Now you should have a semicircle with your arms, weights in the right leg. Okay, as you shift the weight to the left leg and relax the right foot, both palms go to the sky. Okay, picking up, right arm comes under as you step, left arm and foot to the corner. Where's your weight, right? Left leg. Okay, little bit of weight, right arm extends out, and then full bow stance. Okay, remember, first time, might be a little shaky, okay? So remember, we're going from this corner to this corner, okay? You're always in your own little square box, right? So that's what we want to think about, is like our rooms are not going to give us the actual corners. We have to kind of imagine our own little room that we're in, all right? So let's do it again. Left foot forward, right palm striking, left arm overhead. Okay, press down, shift back, big turn, arms in a semicircle, weight to the left leg, palms to the sky, pick up, touch, turn, left arm and leg are going to the corner, little bit of weight, and then turn, weight moves forward. Fair Lady Works Shuttles, number 4. Okay, so something we haven't touched on too much in Fair Lady, looking direction. General rule, look where the action is happening. So we're not doing this, right? We're not like, what's going on over here, right? We're gonna look where the martial arts meaning is, essentially, okay? So we start looking here through that right palm-ish. We're still looking over the forearm, right? Because we're pressing down. Then we follow with the throw. Then we're setting up. What happens? Look to the corner, okay? So, are you ready? Practice continuously without interruption, okay? There's many meanings to that, but one of the simplest ones is just flowing through our movements, okay? Don't stop, all right? Now we hit all the checkpoints. Let's see if we can just flow. So, left leg forward. Take a deep breath, all right? So, we're gonna press down and shift back. Big turn. Both palms to the sky. Step, open, ward off, and push. How'd you do? Bet it's feeling better now, okay? So, you ready? We're gonna do that again, and then we're gonna step back one, okay? So sometimes when we step back a movement, it challenges us a little bit, right? So yeah, it's linking it together, all right? So let's start at number 3 and go to number 4. Then we're gonna do number 2, 3, and 4, all right? So pushing out, okay, shift back and press down. Big turn, palms to the sky, relax the right foot. Pick up, touch with the heel, turn and open, ward off, and push. Okay, cool thing is 2 to 3 is the easy one, right? So that's the easy one. And then we're going to add on 1 to 2. What's easy about that today? 1 to 2, we have to look away from our screen, but we just practiced looking at our screen for a long time with this turn. So it's going to be much easier, all right? So we're going to start here. We're going to go to 3, and then we're going to do our big turn around. So starting right foot forward, corner direction, right arm's overhead, left palm is pushing out. Okay, shift your weight back and press down. Step to straight. Both palms go to the sky, left arm underneath, left arm and leg go out together, and then right palm push. Press down, shift back, turn. Both palms to the sky, pick up, touch, open, ward off, and push. All right. Great thing about Fair Lady, when you're outside, you can see with my overhead light, you get a nice little shadow to block the sun if you're doing it properly. All right. So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So these are all 4 corners. All right. Ready? We're going to start here. We're going to do our big turn for number 2 and then 3 and 4 like we just did. Okay. So left foot forward, right palm pushing, left hand overhead. Okay, press down and shift back. Turn, big circle with the arms looking away from your screen, just like number 4. Relax that right foot, palms to the sky. Pick up, touch, open, ward off, and push. Okay. Press down, shift back, step, both palms to the sky, draw in, left arm and leg together, and then we push. Okay, press down. This is our 4th one, big turn. Both palms to the sky, pick up, touch, open, ward off, and push. Whew, that was a big challenge, huh? All right, we're gonna do it one more time, okay? This time we're gonna go from single whip, okay? So this is kind of the conclusion of Fair Lady Works Shuttles, where we go from single whip, we do Fair Lady Works Shuttles 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we're going to go back to grasping the bird's tail and single whip, okay? So we're not going to add that on today because that's what we're going to save for next session when we practice Fair Lady just a ton for the whole class and really dive back into grasping the bird's tail. But let's just put it all together a few times. So just do your best. Keep that smile coming, all right? Know that this is a challenging sequence of movements, and that's why we're going to spend time practicing in the next session, because we have that repeat movement coming. So we know that we can spend that extra time on the movements that may feel a little bit more difficult, all right? So single whip, nice starting position, okay? Give yourself that second check-in on your alignment. Torso's vertical for single whip, looking over that left palm. Okay, just enough for the arms to hold them up. Okay, shift your weight back. Turn on your left heel. Bring that left arm across. Relax the hook and the foot. Step to straight, left arm underneath, wards off up. And then we push. Press down. Big turn. Looking away from the screen. Both palms to the sky as you relax that right foot. Pick up. Step behind you. Turn. Ward off up. And then palm push. Press down. Step to straight. Both palms to the sky, shuttle underneath, left arm and leg together, and then right palm push. Okay, press down. Turn, last corner, big circle. Both palms to the sky, relax that right foot. Pick up, touch, turn, ward off, and push. Whew, made it. All right, let's do it again, okay? If you are getting warm, that's perfectly normal, okay? This is a very intense sequence of movements that challenges our balance to the extreme. It also really encourages us to use our leg muscles in a new way, which helps build heat in the body, okay? So let's do it again. Single whip and all four corners, okay? Let's do it. Right, so nice starting position. Torso's vertical, relax. Okay, shift, turn, left arm and leg, go to the corner. Left hand to the ribs, relax the right hook and the right foot. Turn over the right palm and step. Left arm underneath, wards off up, and then we push. Shift back, press down, right fingers point to the forearm. Turn, arms in a semicircle. Relax that right foot, palms to the sky. Pick up, touch, turn, ward off up, and then push. Okay, press down. Step to straight. Both palms to the sky. Left arm and leg go out together, and then we push. Okay, press down. Last one. Big turn. Both palms to the sky. Pick up, step, open, ward off, and push. Nice. Whew. Okay, should be feeling a lot better by now, but remember, next session is going to be practice, 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 okay? Because, watch one time, I'm just going to show you really quickly. We go from this last corner, we press down, and we turn. And guess what? Ward off, left. And then the rest of grasping the bird's tail all the way through to single whip, okay? So that's what we have to look forward to. Keep that in mind as we move forward, all right? Oh, thank you so much for joining me. Such a pleasure having you here.